How you doing, guys? Welcome back to my channel. So I just have one topic really that I want to talk about today, and that is obviously police brutality in the United States and against African Americans. So that's obviously what's on the docket today. So the last situations were Ahmaud Arbery and George Floyd. So here's my issue, guys. I didn't even get a chance to talk about Ahmaud Arbery before George Floyd happened. It's sickening to see that in 2020, this is the reality that we live in. Like one right after the other, too. And these are just the stories that have made it to TV, that made the broadcast. There's dozens of other, hundreds even, that we don't see. That they'll never make it to this scale. So I think it's important right now to continue to stand in solidarity with one another and protect one another, because it's obvious, more than obvious now, that the people that we pay, that our tax dollars pay to protect us, they're not going to do it. So we have to protect one another. I think it's important to realize and understand the severity of the situation that we're in right now. It's not the first, and hopefully it will be the last. I will really hope it will be the last. That's my prayer for tomorrow, but I know it won't, unfortunately. I think, like I said, I think it's important to realize and to understand the situation that we're in, and to not falter and to not basically answer to nobody else right now. A lot of people have a lot of opinions as to why people are rioting and looting, and how messing up your own neighborhood does nothing. I want to be completely clear and honest with everybody right now. I'm not saying I condone looting, and I'm saying go do it, but we don't get that much attention unless it happens.
I said what I said, okay?
We peacefully protested. We have marched down the street. We have did Facebook blackout profile pictures. We've done the hashtags, and guess what? There's no change in sight. So I feel like more than any other time, people don't pay attention to what we have going on in the black community unless we start rioting and looting. Let's be real about it. Do you know how long police brutality has been going on in Baltimore? I mean, and it's just all around the world, obviously, but in Baltimore specifically, because that's where I'm from. It's been going on for decades. Centuries even, I get it. And the frustrating thing about that is that we saw one in 2015 that kind of shook the rest of the country. And the only reason it shook the rest of the country like that is because of the response that the city gave. And I want to be clear with people. People said it wasn't smart, but guess what? People paid attention. People didn't really pay attention any other time. Because when it's not a problem for you, you're not going to pay attention. We have begged and we've asked for people to just stop killing us. It's simple. Just don't kill us. Can we have that? And so we've asked and we've pleaded and we've begged. We still haven't got it. So when you asked and pleaded and begged after so many times, you don't ask anymore. You take. So since it's not your problem, the people of Minneapolis, the people in Baltimore, they made it your problem. You hear us now, don't you? And I wonder why that is. It's more than likely is because the things that you pay for, the things that come out of your pockets, that are being affected now. So I'm not going to say, like I said, once again, I'm not going to say I condone it, but I'm not going to be against it and say don't go do that. I'm not going to tell you to stop. I'm not going to tell you to go in the house or stand by idly, because you know what? Nothing has been getting done. And it's unfortunate, but we're in 2020. Trayvon happened in 2012. What was Rodney King, 91? It's 2020. Take that into consideration for a second. Do you not think people of the black community are tired? Because we are. Now, we've asked for people to stop killing us, but one thing we did not ask for is people's opinions.
Why this loud bitch gotta bring that shit over here? Okay.
If you can't understand why we're doing what we're doing, why we're at the place that we're at now, then sit down and move out the way. Black, white, or indifferent, because a lot of people have opinions. So if you can't understand that, move out the way. If somebody's saying that Black Lives Matter makes you uncomfortable or provokes or urging you to say all lives matter, move out the way, sit down. This is not your time and space to be in. It's not. This is not for you, because many people say violence doesn't work, violence is not the answer. I'll be completely honest with you for a second. I'm not going to, like I said, once again, condone it, but when has violence not been the answer? I'll ask that question. When has violence not been the answer? In any situation in history, when has violence not been the answer? But it's only not the answer when we're being attacked, correct? Yeah, because when women wanted their rights to vote, when white women wanted their rights to vote in the 1920s, what did they do? They rioted. When transgender people and the whole LGBT community wanted their rights, what did we do? Correct. So, I mean, hey, I'm not saying don't, but I'm not saying do, but I'm not saying don't. Get where I'm coming from? Because it obviously, in some way, shape, or form, works. The other thing is when people are like, well, you know, peace over violence, all this other stuff. These last two situations, if they haven't shown you anything that you can even mind your own business but still be prosecuted based on the color of your skin. And in Ahmaud Arbery's case, a citizen was given that right to judge and to carry out a sentence on Ahmaud Arbery's life and play God in that instance to say, well, you don't deserve to be here anymore because of the color of your skin. It's suspicious, right? Because he's running down the street. I saw the video of George Floyd's arrest. He did not resist, not one time. So whether you're peaceful or violent, you can still end up in a casket. Unfortunate, but that's not the mattering factor here. That's not what matters. That's not the variable that matters. The variable that matters is the color of your skin. Light skin, dark skin, brown skin, whatever. As long as you are black, you will be prosecuted based on the color of your skin. You were seen the same to everybody else. And that's just that on that about that. It's not unique to Baltimore. It's not unique to Minneapolis. It's not unique to Atlanta. It's not unique to the United States. This is a global problem. If anybody want to take a look and see what's going on concerning the coronavirus and Africans in China right now, we see that this is not just an American issue. This is a black issue that needs to be addressed by black people. We keep letting elected officials address our issues for us. It's unfortunate, but we're not doing that no more. We tried that route. It does not work. So here's route 2, and we're going to take it. And I think it's important to stick together right now. I don't think we should lose focus of what's going on right now. I feel like in the 24-hour news cycle that we live in, things can be very fickle. One day it's this, the next day it's that. So I think we need to stick on this topic. Do not let it go. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I know it sounds like hold a grudge, but no, I'm not saying that. But focus on this for a second and keep the focus attentive on this for a second. Because it seems as if every time this happens, we all go out our way to make sure and we show our solidarity. And then the next week comes, a new news story comes out, and that's no longer the focus, and we're on to the next thing. This is not what we're doing this time. And I think it's important to know and understand that the focus needs to be on Ahmaud. The focus needs to be on George for a second. The focus needs to be on the black people in the community that have these problems. That needs to be the focus. I'm just irritated that it takes all of this. It takes all of this to get some type of result. And that's not our fault. Because we've asked in every other way, shape, and form. No answer, no response, no justice, no peace. It's a time to have these uncomfortable conversations. Because they're going to be uncomfortable. They're going to be sad. Not everything is going to be happy, sunshines, and rainbows all the time. It's not. And if you think it is, and if you can't take a second out of your day to turn your attention to focus on that, you are a selfish person. That is sad. And don't sit up there because, oh, wow, it makes me anxious. Stop. Somebody is gone. Somebody has lost their life. Somebody can't go home to their family because of what somebody else decided for them. People that we pay to protect us. Because it's one instance, it's once if it's a crime on the street, but to be from somebody who that we pay to protect, this is legitimately your job, is to protect and serve. And you kill me. I mean, how am I supposed to feel protected in this country? How am I supposed to feel like I have a voice? How am I supposed to feel like I deserve to be here? Because I'm gonna keep one thing clear and honest with you guys. Black and brown people, this country would not exist if it was not for us. So we have every right to be here. We have every right to safety. We have every right to self-preservation. We have every right to that, just like any other American. And if you can't see that, and you can't see why we're doing what we're doing, once again, like I said before, sit down and get out of the way. This is not a time for you to be here. Your opinions are not appreciated. They are not warranted. We don't want that. We're doing what we need to be doing. We're doing what needs to be done. Because unfortunately, this is what needs to be done. It's sad that it takes this much to drag the nation's attention to what's going on, to what's been going on. So guys, I'm gonna leave it there because I'm gonna just leave it there and let it go for now. But like I said, let's not be fickle. Let's pay attention to this. Let's stay on top of it, and let's stand together on this situation. Have these conversations with your kids, your family, your brother, sister, best friend. Have these conversations. It might make some people uncomfortable, but guess what? It's going to make you uncomfortable. Death is not a comfortable thing to face. It's never going to be comfortable, okay? Violence is never a comfortable thing to face. So what you need to understand is that comfortability in this situation isn't going to get you nowhere. So it's time to get uncomfortable. It's time to unlearn some things and relearn some things and move forward. And that goes for everybody. That goes for black people, that goes for white people, Hispanics, it goes for everybody. So I think I'm gonna wrap up right there, y'all. But I will see you next week. Stay tuned.